That is insane. It's almost criminal to charge that much for a 300 square foot apartment. Okay, I have to go back to Target because I can't believe this happened. I've never seen this before, but I bought a candle. It is, you know, fall, and who doesn't like some nice fall candles and scents to enjoy? It's one of my favorite things. I spend too much money on candles sometimes, and that's what I was doing. I was spending too much money on candles, and I was sniffing a bunch and looked through a couple, and this is the one I picked. Wait for it, hold on. There are no wicks in it. So the smell, if you're curious, is warm cider cinnamon. Very, you know, fall-like. Welcome fall, it says on it. So very fall-like. I was excited for it, excited to go home and smell it and light it and read a book, and this is what I got. Nothing. No wicks. Someone had to do this, right? Like, I can't imagine it was shipped like this. Maybe there's a chance it came like this, but I feel like, you know, some kids or something, that's mean to say, I don't know, but I feel like some people were messing around and pulled the wicks out of this. And now I have to try to return this. Do you think they're going to take this back? Are they going to think I did it? Why would I do this? Why would anyone do this? All right, I'm going to try to return this. Just finishing up a run, got my sneakers on, and just 3 miles, nothing crazy. Today's my Sunday, so kind of an active recovery day for me. I am in the process of walking back home because I got a little lost. I found this trail when I was driving near my new apartment. I was really excited about it because in the city, running was always so hard. It was so hard to find a place where I could run without having to stop every 30 seconds for traffic. So I was super excited about this. It was a great trail. I just got a little confused getting out of it. So trying to do that now. So walking a little bit, but I think I looked at my map and I think I'm almost there. I just made a wrong turn. But I loved it. I loved having the trail. I loved being able to just run and not have to think as much about cars, just being able to go. It was pretty awesome. That's one of the things that if you're considering living in a city or a little bit more suburban area, when you live in a city, a major city, it's really hard to find places to do that kind of stuff, to run. Also, San Francisco, from my experience, is not a super fit city. I definitely came out of this in a different way than I went into it. Oh, I think I'm this way. Oh my gosh, I am a little lost, a little turned around. Hold on one second. All right, just checked my map and now I'm going in the right direction. I'm living in a new area. But what I was saying was that when you live in a city, at least San Francisco, from my experience, it's not a super fit city. So like doing fitness things is not super easy. They don't have as much stuff as you'd expect. And I'm actually finding a lot more things in the suburbs. Like I came out here initially because my gym is out here and I couldn't find a good CrossFit gym in the city. So I came out to the suburbs and I found one. And I've been to Orange Theory once or twice since I moved out here just to like mix it up from the CrossFit. And again, the Orange Theory was much better. Same workouts, but just the amount of excitement around it, the amount of people, the coaching, just it's all kind of better out here if you're looking for fitness. So if you're considering moving to San Francisco and fitness is your thing, it's not like the fittest city. I'm not sure what city would be best for that, but it actually was kind of disappointing for me. So that might be something to watch out for in any big city. I just got back from doing some grocery shopping. I actually have you in a cabinet right now. This is kind of an interesting shot, just trying it out, seeing what I can do in this kitchen space, but it's much bigger than my other kitchen because you can't see my couch. And that proves that it's much bigger. One day I'll do a tour of this place, but haven't gotten to that yet. Carson, my dog's barking at me. Haven't gotten to that yet because I'm not really finished putting everything in here yet. I kind of need more furniture because my last apartment was half the size of this one. So I didn't really have enough furniture to fill it up. So I went to a Safeway. That's a grocery store. My dog's trying to get the groceries. That's a grocery store here in California. I've lived all over the place, so I know very well that the grocery stores are different all over the place. So Safeway here is just sort of a generic grocery store where you go and get all the things you need for the week, the staples. It's a staples grocery store. When I pulled in, I haven't really been to this one very much. Like I said, I've only been here 2 weeks, so I'm still getting to know the area. There was a Starbucks outside, like in the complex, and then inside the Safeway, another Starbucks. And that's how they got me. And it's like 5 o'clock at night, and I am drinking Starbucks. I mean, I guess this isn't really coffee though. It's a strawberry acai with lemonade. And I got the bigger size, not the biggest size, but the bigger size, not the grande, the venti. I don't really know what those sizes mean. Does anyone? I'm sure someone does. But I always like feel like the smaller size, even if that's all I want, feels kind of like a ripoff. It's all a ripoff, but even more of a ripoff. And I wouldn't have bought this if I didn't see Starbucks twice in a matter of like 2 minutes. Oh, and I forgot to add that I did return that candle, and I looked all over the place for the same candle, and I couldn't find it. It made me wonder if a bunch of them were missing wicks and they removed them all. Literally, I bought it yesterday, and today I could not find the same candle. There were multiple there still when I first bought it yesterday, and then today, none, not a single one. And when I went to return it, the woman was like, oh, is it missing? It's wicks? And I'm like, yeah, how do you know? And she's like, oh, it happens sometimes. I'm like, has it happened recently a lot? And she's like, oh, no, just sometimes. But it feels very coincidental that she just knew and that there's none of them around anymore. So I had to pick a different smell than the other one. But this one, it has wicks. I don't know if you can see that there. But I checked, and then when I went to return it and exchange it, the woman checked too. So definitely has wicks. It is pumpkin spice cupcake. I'm a sucker for candles. I like a nice candle to relax, especially on my Sunday night. Like tonight, I'll probably light this, make it smell like fall. It's almost Halloween when I'm filming this, and make it smell like, you know, Halloween slash, I feel like it's good through all November, but I feel like I kind of gotta go through this in the month of November, because come December, it won't feel right anymore. But I'm excited to try it. So here is the light. I like it a lot. It's shelf space too, so you can sort of put things on there that you want to show off. It's not quite as bright as I would hope it would be. Like, this room is still pretty dark with it in it. So I'm gonna have to keep this auto light around. I'm just gonna have to find somewhere in this room to put it. They don't look like they're too close to each other, so maybe the other side of the room. But I like the light. It was a little bit complicated to, well, it wasn't super complicated to assemble, just a lot more complicated than I had anticipated before doing it. There's my new shelf light thing. I like it a lot, actually. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks cool behind me in this shot, at least I think so. And I like that I can put some stuff on it there and display it too. So it's like a functional light, and I'm pretty excited about that. Also, I have Carson here again. He doesn't want to hang out with me when I want to hang out with him, but when the camera comes out and I'm busy, he's always right here. He always needs to be right here. So I want to update all of you on what they're charging for my old apartment in San Francisco. I had a guess of what I thought they were going to charge for it, and I put that in the video where I did my apartment tour before I moved out. But I wanted to keep an eye on the website to see, you know, what they were actually going to charge for it. So my guess was about $2,800. I was paying $2,200. This is a 1-bedroom apartment in Nob Hill in San Francisco. I don't live there anymore, so I will tell you it is on the corner of Powell and Pine. So Powell, where the cable car goes across, which is pretty cool, but also kind of noisy and had a lot of tourists around, which tourists are great for the city. You just don't always want that kind of stuff when you're a local. I was paying $2,200 for that apartment. My guess was that they were going to end up charging about $2,800 for it. That was just based on the fact that things are a little bit different now in the city, now that a lot of the mandates have been lifted, so people are out and about more and there's more things going on, and they can charge more because more people are moving into the city again. And $2,800 was about what they were charging for most of the available units in my apartment complex. So this is a 1-bedroom, small, 300 square feet. $2,800 is a lot of money for that, but you're really paying for the location. So I was keeping an eye on the website and it popped up. And they were initially charging $35
$34.95 a month for it. That is insane. It's almost criminal to charge that much for a 300 square foot apartment. Luckily, it's not that much anymore. So when I saw that, I also saw that all the other units were cheaper. So I imagine they just listed that unit as that much because it was the newest listed. It was a nice apartment. I loved that apartment. I don't have very many bad things to say about it for what it was. I didn't have any issues with it really. When I did need a maintenance request, they handled it very quickly. I loved all the upgraded appliances and cabinetry, and it was all white and very pretty. Like, I liked that apartment. I would not pay $3,800 for it though. That is a lot of money. My washer is on right now and we can all hear it. I'm just gonna ignore that. So when I saw that, I very quickly thought, I hope no one picks this unit. It's not really better than many of the other units. There's one unit on the same floor, so if you want to be on a lower floor, I was on the second floor, which I liked because of my dog and I have to take him outside. I don't do the bathroom inside thing. I like him to go outside. So I wanted to be closer to the ground so it's easier to take him out. So if you're someone like me who was looking for that, they have another 200 floor, so second floor unit available that I actually think is better. It has a full bathtub in the bathroom, which is, I like baths. And it has windows, like bay windows like mine, but it faces the cable car and stuff, which the cable car does stop running at night, so you don't have the noise, but it's a much prettier view than my view, which was of another apartment, which led to me just closing the windows all the time or closing the blinds. So I think that's a better unit, and it was cheaper at the time. So they've dropped the price, thank goodness, because no one grabbed it in the first week it was up, to $28.25, I believe, which I think is a much more fair price. Honestly, I think the $2,200 I was paying is like more fair because it is a small unit. I get that being in a location like that costs a lot of money, but it's sort of a residential location. It's safer, which is nice. But if you think about things you want to do, it really isn't super close to many things. It's really just close to other apartments. So while that is safe, which is nice, and doesn't have as many of the attractions that everybody's coming to see, minus the cable car, you still have to travel if you want to go to those attractions. So I was able to walk to a lot of places because I don't mind walking, but a lot of them were like a mile plus. So I just don't know if it's worth that much. That'll be for the next person who rents it to decide. There are a couple of units available in that apartment complex, and I'm sure someone will one day move into my unit, and I have mostly really positive things to say about it. Just the only real issue would be that I would not want to pay $2,800 for a 300 square foot apartment and no parking. The no parking's a big deal if you have a car. It was a huge deal for me. So I don't know if I'll be moving back to the city anytime soon. I'm loving living out here. I still need some stuff to fill up this kind of empty room that I'm in right now. I ordered a chair that's supposed to be getting here tomorrow that's going to go where this dog bed currently is. So I'm pretty excited about that. But really that's the only update I have for you about that apartment, is just that it was super expensive. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this, please like the video and subscribe. It helps out so much. I appreciate all of you for watching, and I'll see you later. Here's another shot of Carson if you come here for him and not me. My best bud. See you later.